Welcome to the first edition of Boxing After Dark in 2007, coming to you in high definition from the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. Tonight's doubleheader starts off with undefeated middleweight knockout artist Kelly Pavlik taking on Mexico's Jose Luis Zertuche. Then in our main event, Jorge Arce, one of the sport's best and most exciting little men, takes on Julio Lair. It will be Lair's first fight outside of his native Argentina. So we bring you from outside the Honda Center to inside, formerly known as the Arrowhead Pond Center and home of the National Hockey League's Anaheim Ducks. Fran Charles alongside HBO boxing commentator Max Kellerman and also the former universally recognized heavyweight champ of the world, Lennox Lewis. And Lennox, you don't need me to tell you, you're a big guy. You fought at 6'6", about 240, 250 pounds, and you didn't need the big ring entrances to make a commotion and to get attention. Jorge Arce is 115 pounds. He's a little guy, but he fights big, and he loves the big entrances. You think, he could do without those, but you love what he does inside the ring.
Absolutely. He does great inside the ring. As far as the ring entrances, you know, the crowd is getting two things. They're getting a great ring entrance, also getting a great fight. He's basically a ball of fire in the ring. You're always going to get a good fight with him. The only time you're not going to get a good fight is if his opponent doesn't fight. So, you know, for ring entrances, he's okay, as long as he does the job in the ring.
And you honestly think he's one of the most exciting fighters in the sport today, period?
Yeah, I mean, you know, his corner has to tell him to slow down. But as soon as he gets hit, he just loses it and wants to fight. He loves to fight. He loves to get hit. And this is what the fans love.
All right, so we will wait to see the excitable Jorge Arce in our main event taking on Julio Lair. But first up, we got a great middleweight matchup for you between Kelly Pavlik, Max, taking on Jose Luis Zertuche. And the middleweight division, as we take a look at the landscape, the creme de la creme there is really four guys. And, of course, you got Jermaine Taylor and Winky Wright, Arthur Abraham, another tough competitor, and we saw Edison Miranda on Boxing After Dark last December. Kelly Pavlik, Max, is trying to get up into this quartet.
Well, that group is really one guy plus three. Let's not get confused. Jermaine Taylor is the middleweight champion of the world. There's only one, it's him. Beat Bernard Hopkins, hasn't lost since then. Those other guys are his top contenders. Now, Edison Miranda was already there before his fight on Boxing After Dark last month, but his performance in that fight made him the middleweight star everyone wants to see. Kelly Pavlik's trying to do the same thing here tonight. By the way, guy's been pro for 7 years, has never lost. He's a 6'2" middleweight with real punching power. He wins here tonight. He's on a collision course with Edison Miranda. The winner of that fight has a mandate to fight the champ, Jermaine Taylor.
Yeah, Pavlik has always had a name inside of boxing circles, but he told us today that he has two fights, one inside the ring and one outside with the public to get a little bit more recognition. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this middleweight matchup between Kelly Pavlik and Jose Luis Zertuche. And there you see Zertuche is 9 years older than Pavlik. Max, you mentioned the height advantage. Pavlik about 6'2" and a half. The arm length, which is measured from the armpit to the end of the fist, Pavlik has a 1.5-inch advantage there. Both fighters making the 160-pound weight limit, and when they stepped on our unofficial HBO scales, both fighters coming in around 170 pounds. Rules of the bout now with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Kelly Pavlik Jose Luis Zertuche fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules that you see on your screen. Fran, real quick, the four criteria that the judges will use to score each individual round: clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense, with a strong emphasis on clean, effective punching. Fran.
All right, Harold, thank you very much. And now Jose Luis Zertuche is ready to make his way in the Honda Center into the ring from Mexico. He is 19-3-2, but he is 5-2-1, Max, in his last 8 fights. What should we expect from him tonight?
The guy can fight, and he is not scared of anyone in the middleweight division. He's a guy who will take anyone on short notice. He can punch, he can counterpunch. He's a real middleweight, fringe-level contender.
A closer look at Jose Luis Zertuche now with Max Kellerman.
Well, when he was a kid, you'll notice, that he has a big scar on his leg. When he was a kid, he was trying to blow a fireball, having swallowed gasoline for fun, blow a fireball, lit himself on fire. Obviously, he's playing with fire tonight. Pavlik can hit. He has an amateur loss to Jermaine Taylor. He thought he won the fight and thought he got ripped off. I know you hear guys say that a lot when after losses. And he turned pro at 27. Took a long time to turn pro because he missed the make the Olympic team. Tried it again, hung around for 2000, made the team that time. That was the delay in his turning pro.
Yeah, he represented Mexico and said he would have tried to make the 2004 Olympic team if Top Rank didn't come along with a nice offer. All right, Kelly Pavlik now ready to make his way to the ring. Pavlik, born and raised in Youngstown, Ohio. He still lives there today, 29-0 with 26 knockouts. 21 of the 26 knockouts coming in the first 3 rounds, Lennox.
That shows you what kind of devastating power he has in each hand. This is his time to shine. He really wants to shine and show the public that he deserved this spot. And he wants to box against the guys at the top right now. And this is one of the premier fights that he needs to do and show it to the public.
Kelly Pavlik, they call him the Ghost. He said he got the nickname long ago because his friends tabbed him as being hard to hit. A closer look at Kelly Pavlik with Max Kellerman.
Kelly Pavlik's ambidextrous, doesn't fight that way. He fights as a right-hander, but I saw him write his name with a right-left hand. Looked identical. I've never seen that before. It explains why he has such good punching power in both hands. Throws a ball righty and lefty, does the whole thing. He has an amateur loss to Taylor. He admits he lost the fight. But it's easier for him to admit it, I think, because he was so young when the loss happened. And he says he'd fight Godzilla for $2 if it meant him getting a title shot. Well, if he fights Miranda, and it looks like if he wins tonight, Miranda wins his next fight, he will fight Godzilla to get that title shot. Hopefully he'll make a few more than $2 though, a little more than $2.
Miranda with that monster right hand. All right, it's time now for the official introductions. Let's send it in to ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Honda Center of Anaheim, California, where tonight Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated is proud to present HBO Boxing After Dark, an evening of world-class professional boxing for your entertainment. All bouts sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this first contest will be Max DeLuca, David Mendoza, and Alejandro Rochin. And inside the ring, your referee in charge at the bell, Raul Caiz Sr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on the line, the WBC #1 ranking in the world. This is 12 rounds of boxing for the North American Boxing Federation Middleweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing yellow, trimmed with blue, official weight 160 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one. 19 victories, including 14 knockouts, only 3 defeats, 2 bouts even. From León, Guanajuato, Mexico, Jose Luis El Elotero Zertuche. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing red with white, official weight 159 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 29 bouts, 29 victories, including 26 knockouts. From Youngstown, Ohio, ranked #2 in the world by the WBC, the undefeated NABF middleweight champion, Kelly the Ghost Pavlik.
Hey, cállate y bájate, cálmate. Kelly. Okay, gentlemen, I gave you instructions downstairs. Les di las instrucciones de abajo. Aquí está bien, right here is good. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you. Dense la mano y buena suerte.
After the Edison Miranda fight last month, there was water cooler buzz, at least among boxing fans. Will you be talking about Kelly Pavlik when you get to work on Monday?
Listo, Jose Luis.
Because
Kelly,
Lennox,
ready,
they
man?
certainly were talking about Edison Miranda once they got to work.
Oh yeah, they remembered the crushing
Mouthpiece.
blow, the overhand right that he landed in his last fight.
Box.
Well, Pavlik believes he is deserving of getting an opportunity to be recognized with the best of the best in the middleweight division. We won't say this is his first step, but his biggest step on the biggest stage. 6 straight knockouts in 9 of the last 10 bouts have ended in knockout fashion for Kelly Pavlik. Zertuche's a power puncher. He'll wind up. You saw him with the left hook there on the overhand right. Pavlik very schooled. Very solid technically. Nice straight right hand from Kelly Pavlik. Lennox, we mentioned you fought 6'6". Kelly Pavlik over 6 feet 2 inches. How does he use his height to his advantage?
He's definitely using his height right now, and he's using his reach. He's keeping the fight in the center of the ring, and you know, he's not getting hit, which is the main thing. He's got good defense. He's trying to figure a way in right now and score some punches, score some good blows.
Good right hand from Pavlik.
Connecting to the head of Jose Luis Zertuche. There you see the left uppercut from Pavlik, and he told us when we met with him that Zertuche has a tendency to keep his chin up and that he's susceptible for that uppercut. So look for Kelly Pavlik to try to exploit.
The thing that made Miranda's performance last month so impressive is that Gibbs is a guy who can handle himself, Miranda's opponent, and Miranda blitzed him in 1 round. Zertuche is a guy who can fight. He can handle himself. He has pop in his left hand, and he knows what he's doing inside a ring. Pavlik is dominating this first round. He's not in with a tomato can here. He's in with a fighter, and he's dominating so far.
Zertuche seems to always throw his punches short, and he throws them wide as well. And he's not connecting. All he's doing is hitting the arms. Pavlik's got good defense when it comes to roundhouse punches. He can see them, and that's the main thing. His punches are a lot straighter and a lot crisper, a lot more effective.
Pavlik coming straight down the pike. Zertuche taking the roundabout way. And Pavlik, as you mentioned, doing a good job of blocking a lot of the wild hooks from Zertuche.
10 seconds. Stop at the bell. Para la campana. 10 segundos.
Nice work here in the opening round from Kelly Pavlik.
Para la campana. Stop at the bell. Hey. Don't play games, baby.
A little hello, how you do from Zertuche as the round comes to an end. Crowd here at the Honda Center on its feet early.
Mike, come on! Look at that bucket. Listen, you have to jab, okay? You have to finish with the jab. If you're going to lead with that right hand, you have to finish with your jab. Don't just lay yourself out there like that. You got it, man? Okay.
Ray Torres will do the interpreting for us in Jose Luis Zertuche's corner when they speak Spanish.
Hit him to the body, even to the shoulders. Give him some water.
Avanzado, bien, las manitas arriba, Jala aire, escucha eso, espérame.
Here we're going to see a great left uppercut by Pavlik. Landed right on the button.
And that's what he told us, Lennox, that he was going to be looking to do tonight. That was one of his plans of attack, to utilize the uppercut. The CompuBox punch stat numbers from round 1. Pavlik with a 24-7 advantage in connecting shots. 16 of 24 of those were power shots.
Pavlik's corner told him to, definitely start with the jab and end with the jab. Very important. I mean, this is a boxing fight. This is, you want to score the points, you want to soften up your opponent, and how you do that is definitely with the jab and throwing some punches.
Zertuche doubles up with the left hook and then catches Pavlik in the head with a left hook.
First round knockouts get people talking, but sometimes leave questions. You don't get to see a lot of a guy. Here, Pavlik showed his defense in the first round. He's getting tagged here, but showing his 30 chin.
See, Pavlik is supposed to be really, when Zertuche throws the punches, he's supposed to block it and then come back with his own punches. It's like an answering Zertuche's punches. That's what he needs to do.
Keep an eye on Zertuche as well, an orthodox fighter, but he will switch to southpaw now and then.
Did it in the first round.
Zertuche certainly more active, but still firing the looping hooks.
Zertuche also does some subtle defensive things. He rolls his left shoulder to avoid jabs and right hands. Or right hands.
Pavlik doing a nice job landing two stiff jabs there. The kind of stuff Zertuche, those hooks there, it's crowd pleasing, but Pavlik for the most part was blocking those shots.
And when he blocks it, he needs to, answer with his own shots. Because what he's doing is allowing him to get off. Zertuche to get off, and then he's not doing anything afterwards. This is kind of things that impress judges.
He's also, Zertuche is landing some clean shots against Pavlik here in this round. Some clean shots. Not a terrible defense, Pavlik, but not a guy you'd think of as the ghost because he's so hard to hit.
Tell you what, Pavlik caught Zertuche there with two hooks to the head and momentarily stopped him in his tracks.
No question, he hurt Zertuche with those shots.
Great action through two. February 10th, Shane Mosley returns to action and to the welterweight division, taking on former 147-pound champion Luis Collazo. 1 week later, it's a Boxing After Dark triple header featuring Paul Malinacci versus Edner Cherry. Also that night, Sekou Pao takes on Ishe Smith of Contender fame, and up-and-coming Andre Berto matches up with veteran Ben Tackett.
Step to the side. Step to the side. When he lifts that head in there, 6'3", all day.
Breathe deep. Come on.
Come on, take a deep one for me.
Come on, big one. Come on.
All right, go ahead, Mike. You can go.
Come on, baby.
Zertuche picking up the pace in the second round through 2 rounds. Both fighters have thrown 80 power punches, but Pavlik's landed 30 more times, 39-9. Kelly Pavlik and Jose Luis Zertuche have a common opponent that they both fought recently on their leisure. Fulgencio Zuniga. Twice Zertuche fought with Zuniga. The first time it was a draw, and the last time they fought, he lost a close, controversial split decision. When Pavlik fought Zuniga, he got knocked down in the first, but he came back and won it with a technical knockout in the ninth. And they also both knocked out contender champ Grady Brewer, and both these guys trying to knock each other out in the third round, standing toe-to-toe.
Zertuche is a tough customer. He's throwing some great body punches. At one time, Pavlik felt like he needed to hold him because he didn't want to get hit by some of them body punches.
At 6'2", 160, the body should be an inviting target, although Pavlik looks muscular and athletic at that height and weight, unlike most 6'2", 160 pounders. There aren't a lot.
Pavlik is cut right now as well. this is what you do when you keep it a close fight like this. You know, he's got a bunch from the outside and use that reach and use that length that he's got.
You see his mentality, though, is of a fighter. You can see that when he gets hit, he wants to answer back.
Well, no
for a good action fight.
And that's what big right hand from Kelly Pavlik. Lands to the head of Zertuche. Zertuche comes back, busts up the guard with an uppercut, and here comes Pavlik.
Zertuche looks like he's flat-footed, but he's on his toes. And Pavlik is definitely flat-footed. He needs to be more on his toes.
The hook is the punch that is the money punch for Pavlik in this fight.
Zertuche with 2 uppercuts, and he hurts Pavlik.
Pavlik's showing some good defense in there. He's not getting hit with no silly shots.
Pavlik isn't? It looks to me like you got hit with a bunch of shots just then, Lennox.
No, he blocked a couple of them.
With his face.
This is definitely a good fight.
It's the same style, the same kind of fight that Pavlik just had when he took on Zuniga.
Pavlik said he's not taking a step back. He's got him against the ropes, so he wants to take him out right now.
You mentioned, Lennox, the key for Pavlik would be to stay on the outside and use his reach advantage, but Matt, you mentioned it. He's a fighter. He wants to stand in there and trade.
I think Pavlik's cut under his right eye.
He is. He also wants to land that right hand, which he's doing really effectively. And right now, he's just setting it up right now.
Guys, great stuff through 3.
Oh, I don't think this fight's going to go the full distance.
This is not a domination by Pavlik, but it's the kind of action fight that makes fans.
Don't give him the distance. Be on top of him. But him in the body. Short punches. Don't throw so wide. Come on, take some air.
Jeff, keep staying on that left hook. Keep staying on that left hook after you finish with that right hand. Okay, you have to come back with that left hook. They'll come back, they'll come back, they'll come back.
Small cut will cause that punch. Okay.
Here we see Pavlik having Zertuche against the ropes.
Mouthpiece is in, seconds up.
Now Zertuche actually turning it around and coming back and scoring himself.
Police.
Guys, I believe Pavlik said that he can't feel his legs after getting caught with a shot in that round. His corner had to tell him they'll come back.
All right, as we start the 4th round, let's bring in Harold Letterman and see how he has it through 3.
Okay, friend. 2 guys standing in the middle of the ring, bombing on each other. Incredible. 3-0. 30-27. Kelly to Ghost Pavlik. You know, Franz, Zertuche starts off every round looking real great, especially rounds 2 and 3, but he can't sustain an attack. All of a sudden, Pavlik gets in his rhythm and takes over. So Pavlik just doing more damage with that straight right hand. 3-0. Kelly Pavlik.
Pavlik going to work on the body of Zertuche there and then messes him up for a straight right.
I agree with Harold except for one thing. I don't think it's that Zertuche can't sustain an attack. I think he's getting attacked back.
Well, he did expend a lot of energy, and you know, every punch he throws is a power punch, and he wants to knock Pavlik out.
Bingo! He landed 15 punches in the 3rd round, all with power shots. Pavlik landed 36. And Lennox, why are we not seeing any jabbing from Zertuche?
That's just not his style. He just wants to go out there and search and destroy right now, but he definitely should jab to set up the punches. But right now, it's just, he looks a little sapped. He's expended a lot of energy. He needs to get closer to Pavlik to make more of a shocking punch. But it's definitely turning out to be a good fight.
It's a small welt building under the right eye of Kelly Pavlik. Oh, nice jab from Pavlik.
This is the kind of fight that Boxing After Dark that gave birth to the legend of this series, and it's in the proud tradition of this series that these 2 guys are fighting right now.
See,
classic Boxing After Dark brawl.
This is when Pavlik is definitely effective because he throws straight, accurate power shots, and you know, when you're tired, you don't want to be a sitting target for him because he'll take you out. Zertuche needs to move his head. You know, he definitely is weary. His neck's a bit loose.
Pavlik will move his head for him, Lennox.
That straight right hand, he's really finding the range with. He's hurting him with the left hook. Pavlik is hurting Zertuche.
This Mexican crowd come out here to see Jorge Arce, certainly behind Jose Luis Zertuche.
Now Pavlik getting cute defensively, moving his hands well on the inside to protect his chin.
Pavlik still needs to give himself a lot more punching room because he needs to win this fight on the outside. He's making it too much of an even fight because it's too close.
I really like what I see from Pavlik's defense, from his boxing skills defensively over the last 30 seconds of that round.
Still the Cowboy on this edition of Boxing After Dark. It's the Mexican Cowboy, Jorge Arce. He'll enter the ring with a black cowboy hat, a cherry lollipop, and what else does he have in store for us? We shall see as he gets set to take on Julio Lair in a 115-pound bout. The little man trying to do it real big at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California.
All right, ain't nothing. That ain't nothing, man. Just work, work, work. Stay busy and keep your damn hands up, okay? Quit laying in there. You feeling better? Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. Relax. Come on. Come on. Come on, man.
Kelly Pavlik says one of the things that makes him such a strong fighter is his conditioning. Does a lot of cardiovascular work, including swimming. Even though he says he doesn't know how to swim, and he likes it that way because it makes him work harder in the pool. Just make sure he's got a lifeguard on hand. He says most of the water's already out of the pool by the time he gets out. But he says it helps him with his conditioning, and chances are he'll be still strong in the later rounds, is what he says.
There's a lot to like from Pavlik so far. The question is those lapses that he had defensively early, and this fight is far from over. But how will he do against elite guys should he experience those kind of lapses?
The story through 4 rounds of this fight, Zertuche putting together a valiant effort, but Pavlik for the most part throwing more punches and beating Zertuche to the punch. Zertuche completely abandoning his jab. It's been non-existent. And when Pavlik settles down in the middle of the round towards the end, he gets into a pretty good rhythm. Zertuche with some nice power shots to the head of Kelly Pavlik, and Pavlik comes right back. Lennox, I don't think he wants to go back to the outside.
He doesn't want to go back to the outside. You know, his corner was saying that he's leaning in there a bit too much. And, you know, he doesn't really need to lean in there because he's got that long reach, that long height advantage, and he needs to use that.
Nice rip to the body, Kelly Pavlik.
See, Kelly Pavlik, all he has to do is jab. Jab and end it off with the right hand. Zertuche can't get close to him, can't do anything.
Zertuche winds up. Connect with a right, a left, and then 2 more rights. All power shots.
You see Pavlik make him miss so often on the inside and then get caught with something wide and looping that he really should be able to defend. It's not that he can't play defense, it's that he has lapses defensively. And Zertuche, by the way, can punch.
And right now, Zertuche has switched to southpaw.
Let him go, Kelly. Let him go, Kelly.
Zertuche is certainly game, but it'll be interesting to see as we move through the later rounds if his stamina can hold up. He's thrown a lot of hard punches, and we've seen his punch output drop a little bit in the last couple of rounds.
That was good. Sweetheart. Take some air in. You gotta hold him. Use your heart. You said you wanted this fight, now you got it. This is the fight that you want. Let's go now.
You got time, just keep working. When you lead with that right hand, lead with that right hand, you have to finish with that straight hand. You have to finish with something. You just can't leave.
I'm going to show Pavlik scoring good with this left hook. Good effective punch for him. Definitely when he throws it.
Hands up, hands up.
Copyback's punch stat numbers in round 5. Pavlik throwing 97 punches, landing 39. Zertuche throwing 57 and landing 18. Bottom line, you throw more and you land more, and that's how you start to stack up rounds. Let's give Zertuche this. He said, look, I'm coming in looking for the knockout. Had a long, extensive amateur career, was a member of the Mexican Olympic team in 2000. 168 amateur fights since he lost just 28.
Zertuche's a real guy. Maybe not one of the 10 best middleweights in the world, but one of the 20.
Pavlik catches Zertuche loitering in the middle of the ring with a crisp jab.
Let me tell you, so Zertuche throws some terrific body punches. I mean, he really digs them in there when he's throwing. Explosive.
When your fight plan, Lennox, consists of looking good, not just winning, but looking good doing it, does it start to creep into your head here? We're hitting the 6th round of 12. This guy's still here. Zertuche, I'm giving Pavlik thinking I'm giving him my best shots. This guy's still standing.
Well, the main thing is to stay controlled. As long as you have a game plan, stick to your game plan, listen to your corner, and just go out there and perform. And you know, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Just keep on doing the same things your corner's been telling you to do.
We're at a crossroads in this fight here, folks, where early Pavlik dominated, and then he weathered a storm, and it was all dramatic and action-packed. And now suddenly, by this fight standards, they're in a bit of a lull. Still exchanging hard shots, but it's not overly dramatic. If Pavlik continues to do this and win a decision, the question is, how much excitement will there be for a fight between him and a guy like Edison Miranda?
I think there's going to be a lot of excitement. You got different styles in there with Miranda, and you got Pavlik, which has a different style. Styles make fights, and
but I mean, there's a moment to be captured here dramatically. And though Pavlik is starting to take control of the fight increasingly in this round, is he missing his dramatic moment?
No, I think he's still out there for him. You know, right now, all he needs to be doing is setting up some serious power shots and going through with it.
Oh, big right hand, and there it is.
There's
the dramatic moment that Max you were talking about.
And I said there was still time, and there it was. Like I said, he's got to set up a punch and come through with it, and there it is. He set up a right hand grip.
Caught him flush with a long right hand at the end of the 6th round, which sent Zertuche to the canvas.
And Zertuche's still walking on feathers right now.
How you feeling? Give him some air. Where are you, Zertuche? I'm feeling all right.
And here comes the knockdown. You know, Zertuche, we relaxed a bit, boom. Didn't see that right hand coming over the top. Landed flush on the chin. He couldn't really bite that off because that was already food for him. Straight on the chin. Great punch.
Él va a salir con todo ahorita. Él va a salir con todo, Él va a salir con todo, alzado. Ahí por dentro en corto, Moviéndote, moviendo la cintura, alzado. Él va a salir con todo ahí para adentro,
Kelly Pavlik told us he has power in both hands. He is ambidextrous. As Max said, Max made him demonstrate that he can write with his right hand as well as his left. He throws right. He can throw a football 55 yards.
Whether it's with a left or right hand, let's see if he can close the show.
All right, let's bring in Harold Letterman to see how he has to score through 6.
Okay, Fred, in the scoring, not much question. 60 to 53, 6 rounds to nothing. Kelly Pavlik. You got to give him an extra point for that knockdown in round 6. When he got up, I wondered if he was still in any kind of shape to continue. We're talking about Zertuche because he was wobbly. But be as it may, Kelly Pavlik pitching his shot out, moving closer and closer to Zertuche, and I hope he doesn't get nailed if Jose Luis has got anything left.
Pavlik needs to jump on him a bit more. He's giving him too much rest time. Needs to take advantage of the fact that he hurt him, and he hurt him big. Put him right on the canvas, and let me tell you, not many guys can recover from a shot on the chin like that.
Zertuche down for the first time in his career there.
That wasn't some flash off-balance knockdown. That was a shot.
Getting back to the point with Pavlik being ambidextrous. Can throw a football, he says 55 yards through the air. Was a switch hitter in baseball. Has a live arm. And that's where a lot of the power comes from.
Don't push his head down, Kelly. Don't push his head down.
He was a catcher as a baseball player. 6'2" lanky catcher.
And as a catcher, what can you do? You can throw down to second base and gun guys out.
That's right. He's a pitcher tonight.
Straight 1-2 that rocks Zertuche. And Pavlik now with a minute here in the 7th round, trying to see what he can do.
Zertuche's trying to weather the storm, but he's still got all the cobwebs up there. He's trying to shake him off, but I don't think he's going to have time.
And his ambidexterity that you were talking about, Fran, is dangerous here because not only does he have that good, strong, straight right hand, but he has a little vicious left hook. Can come from either hand.
Do you like what you're seeing from Pavlik Lennox with a fighter who was knocked down in the 6th and just took a vicious shot? Is he being too patient? Is he being patient enough?
I think he's being a bit too patient. He really needs to set it up with a jab, get his opponent interested in the jab, and then come in with the other punches that he has, like the left hook, the right hand. Zertuche will never see those punches if he starts off those punches with the jab.
Another big round for Pavlik here. In the 7th of a potential 12.
You are prepared. You're in great enough shape to go 12 rounds. Take your time.
Tune in Inside the NFL for everything you need to know about this year's Super Bowl. On January 31st, we'll be on location in Miami, Florida for a preview of the big game. And 1 week later, February 7th, join us for a comprehensive look back at the NFL's ultimate event. And February 12th, catch the latest installment of Real Sports. Among the stories, we'll sit down with National League MVP Ryan Howard, one of the best players in Major League Baseball.
Come on, take a couple deep ones for me. You're all right. Look at me. Wipe some Vaseline off his chest. Wipe it off. Wipe it off.
Let's go now. Jab him, hold him if you have to.
Copy box, punch stat numbers. Pavlik connecting on 30 punches in the 7th round. Zertuche just 4. Pavlik putting together back-to-back big rounds in the 6th and 7th.
You know, Pavlik is being patient, maybe a bit too patient. But from what we've seen so far, it seems he has just enough Arturo Gatti in him without having too much in him, without getting just completely reckless. Maybe a little bit more Gotti would be nice. Maybe if he stepped on the gas a little bit in the last round, he could have gotten Zertuche out of there.
Well, he says it's been a frustrating career at some points. He believes he has deserved a shot at a title earlier in his career. It hasn't happened. He doesn't have the quote-unquote name that he feels he needs to get that title shot. That's what's kept him back. And he told us that he felt like he had 2 fights tonight. One inside the ring, but one outside the ring with perception. To get his name, create some buzz, if you will.
Well, I mean, and that's why maybe if you step on the gas in the previous round, you create that buzz, but then again, maybe you run into something stupid, Lennox, as you were talking about earlier, and so long as
Zertuche to sleep with a right hand, and Raul Caiz just waves it off.
That's the buzz. He buzzed Zertuche.
Let me tell you, that was a wicked shot. He was asleep, standing on his feet.
And I guess that's why you don't overly press the advantage before it's time. The knockout comes.
Well, he definitely had the advantage, and I think it's correct that he took his time, wait for that opening, and then take him out. Set up a big shot, a great ending.
Right there. Now I deserve my shot.
Big time power from Pavlik, the Ghost from Youngstown, Ohio. Zertuche had never been knocked down, gets knocked down twice here, Lennox.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Great left, right. Oh, that's when he was asleep on his feet. Referee did a great job trying to get in there to stop him from getting any further punishment.
And it's almost, you could almost see it coming. Zertuche never really got his jab established. Obviously, he was throwing a lot of punches, a lot of power punches, but he was taking a lot of shots as well. And Pavlik maintained he was going to try to go right up the middle.
Let me tell you, he threw a lot of hard shots when he started the fight, and it sapped his energy a little bit. And later on, it affected him because, he left himself open for a lot of shots, and, this is where you get hurt.
Kelly Pavlik winning the fight inside the ring. Did he win the fight of public opinion? Looked pretty good. All right, let's send it in now to Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
He's on his feet. He's going to be fine. A round of applause for the courage and heart shown by Jose Luis Zertuche. The end comes at 1 minute, 40 seconds. Round number 8. The winner by knockout victory, now ranked number 1 in the world by the World Boxing Council, still undefeated, still the NABF middleweight champion from Youngstown, Ohio, Kelly the Ghost Pavlik.
Kelly Pavlik improving to 30-0 with 27 knockouts. He has won his last 7 fights by knockout with a big-time victory over Jose Luis Zertuche as we show you the final punch stat numbers. And we take a look at the total punches. Pavlik almost doubling the output of Zertuche. And there you see almost a 3-to-1 advantage in connected shots. Zertuche's jab was non-existent. It was all about the power shots. And Pavlik stood there and traded with him. As there you see Kelly Pavlik now improving to 30-0, 27 wins by knockout, and he's standing by with Max Kellerman.
Kelly, congratulations. What'd you come here to do tonight, and did you do it?
Yes, I did. I think I did. I'm not sure. We'll wait till we get back and see what the critics say. But, no, we started off, we wanted to box a little more, but the first round, once again, I felt like I was in a little bit of quicksand. Every time I tried to move and get my rhythm going, I just couldn't do it. And I was getting caught with stupid punches. So then, sorry, Jack. So then after that, like by the 3rd and 4th round, I started finding my rhythm a little bit. My balance was a little bit more fluent. and I just was able to sit there and counter his mistakes and take my time a little bit more.
I heard you tell your corner at a certain point, I thought you couldn't feel your legs. Was that a result of a Zertuche punch, or, as you said, did you just feel in quicksand in the early rounds?
No, I'm a humble fighter, and he hit me with some good punches, but nothing was from a punch. Like I was saying, you know, I couldn't find my rhythm from the opening bell to like around the 4th round, and that's what I meant by like I couldn't feel my legs. I felt like I was in quicksand, but take nothing away from him. I mean, the kid's a hell of a fighter, and he came to fight tonight, but I just was a better man at the end.
You were a better man throughout the fight, and you did some very cute defensive things as the fight wore on, but there were some lapses in between. What would you say to those who say beat middleweights, those lapses could cost them?
Well, I think we're going to go back to the drawing board. We'll work on those things. You know, like I said, maybe we'll get on something different with leg exercises going into this fight, because like I said, it was just hard for me to get my rhythm. But also, you've seen the changes that I made and how I adapted, and that's for my corner, you know, Jack Lowe, Miguel, and all the experience that I have. You adapt to the fight, you know, you fight a style that the other fighter has, and I think I did a good job of that tonight. And within the other top-level guy, as if Jermaine Taylor, he makes enough of his own mistakes, I don't think I have to worry about one of them.
Word association, you mentioned Jermaine Taylor, word association. Edison Miranda.
Whoever, like I said earlier, you know, anybody that's in the way of me getting to the world title, I'll go and fight, so I'm there for it.
Congratulations, Kelly.
Thank you, Max. Thanks for having me on, too, guys. I appreciate it.
It was our pleasure. Fran.
My little daughter back home sitting.
Fran.
All right, Max, thank you very much. Lennox, you saw Edison Miranda last month. You witnessed Kelly Pavlik here tonight. There's Jermaine Taylor, there's Winky Wright, there's Arthur Abraham. Is Pavlik ready to be talked about in those circles?
I believe so. You know, the main thing is to go into the fight and be commanding, be effective, and that's what he did. He got rid of his opponent in a fine style, and this is what the fans want to see. They want to see great fights, good power, and good matches. And Kelly Pavlik definitely showed that tonight.
All right, to Kelly Pavlik with an 8th-round knockout over Jose Luis Zertuche. Still to come. You don't want to miss this guy, 115 pounds, Jorge Arce taking on Julio Lair. But first up, let's show you what's coming up on HBO with some future boxing